In this video, I'm not gonna share with you copycat cheapy clone fragrances. I'm gonna share with you enough close alternatives for highly expensive and extremely mass appealing fragrances out there. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're first time here, my name is Mehdi. I'm talking about fragrances. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to get notifications by my future uploads. I want to start by House of Parfums de Marly at number 8, Oajan. So the cheapest price for this fragrance right now for 120 ml around 230 bucks on discounters, and the alternative that I'm gonna share with you is around 80 bucks. How is scent of this fragrance? It is a tobacco based fragrance. It smells tobacco-y, slightly jammy, spicy, not that much in the woody territory. It is spicy, slightly creamy, jammy, and tobacco-y fragrance. It is complex, but it has some designery and mass appealing vibes to it. When you sniff the atomizer, you can catch a little bit of rodden fruity vibe than this fragrance. It is a little bit way at the background, rodden, slightly creamy, spicy, jammy, and tobacco-y. I like the way that it smells. It is very thick, concentrated, and kinda unique. I was going to say that the best alternative, cheaper, similar fragrance for this one is CK1 Shock, but true, at first half an hour, 20 minutes after that, this fragrance turns big time. It is not a linear fragrance, turns to a suntan lotiony scent and loses that jammy, tobacco-y, and spicy, creamy feel of it. So at the first 30 minutes, true, it is a great alternative for this one, but the best alternative or similar fragrance that I can suggest you is 1 Million Privé by Paco Rabanne. I can say it smells like 70%, 75% close to this one. Not identical. I'm not suggesting clone fragrances. Similar, enough close fragrances. So scent of this one is more mass appealing compared to the Oajan. It is more designery, I can say, but it has that niche touch. Smells tobacco-y, creamy, sweet, and crisp, but has more woody base compared to this one. This one is around 230 bucks for 120 ml, and this one is around 80 bucks for 100 ml. So in terms of price, performance, compliments, in this battle, definitely winner is 1 Million Privé for me, based on my experiences. For next, at number 6, again from House of Parfums de Marly, Parfums de Marly's Herod, another great compliment fragrance from this house. So the cheapest price that right now I can find for this one is 220 bucks for 120 ml, and price of similar alternative fragrances around 110 bucks for 100 ml, which I will share with you at the future minutes. So scent of this fragrance is kinda similar actually by Oajan. They share lots of similarities, but they are totally different fragrances as well. So they share that jamminess, that tobacco-iness, but instead of creamy notes, we have here ashy notes. This one is more niche and daring compared to Oajan, to my nose. It smells jammy, sour cherry jammy vibe is available, which is mostly catchable in tobacco-based fragrances. It is slightly ashy, a little bit spicy in a very mass appealing and sweet way, like vanilla, cinnamon type of spicy. It is very outstanding tobacco-based fragrance, very unique and remindable, one of those absolute signature scent worthy fragrances out there. As a similar fragrance, I can suggest you one very great alternative for this one. As I said, I'm not gonna share with you colognes. There is some few colognes that I heard about this one, but let's go with similar fragrances. Isimiac Inuit Pulse of the Night shares a lots of similarities, like 70-80%, but has its own character and takes. For example, compared to Herod, this one is less ashy, or at least that ashy vibe is way at the background or disappeared, kinda very difficult, hard to get it, but leans more leathery and resiny compared to Herod. At the Herod you cannot catch that much of resiny, waxy, I can say, notes, but this one is waxy tobacco-y, this one is ashy tobacco-y. In terms of quality of the juice, scent profile, compliments, ladies' reactions, in this battle, for me, based on my experiences, winner is definitely Herod by Parfums de Marly. At number 5, one of those oh my goodness smelling fragrances in my collection, next level, Xerjoff Naxos. Oh my gosh, look at this complex and, what can I say, satisfying scent profile. If you are into complex and unique in a very good way fragrances. This is very satisfying scent profile. It's a bit herbal, lavender. You can catch some daring notes like leather way at the background. It's not potent, leathery and daring type of fragrance at all, with ton of honey. I can get one of the best honeys out there for me, a little bit cinnamony and tobacco-y. The best price that I can find for Xerjoff Naxos, cheapest price is right now around 250-260 bucks for 100 ml, which is highly expensive, but you can go buy another alternative for this one for 70-80 bucks maximum for 100 ml. Pure Heaven by Thierry Mugler. This one came before, I have to say it at first, this one came before, that's why inspired fragrance here is Xerjoff Naxos, not Pure Heaven. But they share a lot of similarities, but they have also big differences. This one is more polished. I can get some dry chocolatey vibe than this fragrance, which is not available in this one. After 2-3 hours, Xerjoff Naxos loses that Pure Heaven territory and goes to another way, leans a little bit chocolatey, lavendery, honey, without that much of tobacco, I can say, at the dry down or jammy notes. Really, I like dry down of this fragrance, which happens after 3-4 hours. Man, this fragrance lasts on me like 12-14 hours and projects for 3-4 hours. Such a crazy long lasting fragrance. This one is around by new formulations 5-6 hours, with first hour and a half maximum average to below average projection sillage. Definitely in this battle, winner is Xerjoff Naxos in terms of scent profile, quality of the juice and compliments, especially ladies' reactions. Next fragrance is again from House of Xerjoff at number 4, another next level fragrance from this house, Xerjoff Fiero. Scent of this fragrance is for me green and citrusy. Like the bottle, it is mostly in the green side. So opens up zesty, citrusy, fizzy, dries down a little bit soapy at the border of being 100% soapy, a little bit soapy, green, tarragony. Tarragon is the big note here at the green notes, between the green notes. Then we have a little bit of mint, but I can get tarragon more. It is a slightly sweet. Sweetness is kind of a little bit more than fruity sweetness. It is kind of added sweetness, I can say. Best price for this one is 310 bucks for 100 ml. Highly expensive fragrance. As an alternative, you can go buy Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cologne. They share similarities, but definitely not identical or 100% same. I can get more of soapiness in the Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cologne, more of sweetness, less of green and zesty notes. But at the dry down, you can catch definitely similarities between these two. Right now, prices for this one is not that much reasonable, around 100 bucks for 100 ml. 1 year before was 30 to 40 bucks for 100 ml, because just got discontinued, prices going crazy. But in any case, if it was even 40 bucks for 100 ml in this battle, definitely winner is for me Xerjoff Fiero, because smells more quality for sure and lasts way longer. It is around 10 hours plus easily in terms of longevity, which is great for a freshy green fragrance. With 2 hours average projection. Projection is not as great as longevity in this fragrance, but it is enough good. At number 3, again from House of Parfums de Marly, I will make them angry. Parfums de Marly, Percival. Hands down after Leiden. Number 1 spot is Leiden in terms of getting compliments from this house. Second is Percival. Hands down, even not Pegasus, not Carlisle, for me based on my experiences. Scent of this fragrance, very beautiful. You can catch zestiness or sourness in the same time. Sweetness of apple, which is not mentioned, but definitely it is very crisp apple and citruses together. Zesty, citrusy, sour, sweet and woody, a little bit. I would like to say pencil shaving, but it is not that much in that territory. It is woody, ambroxany, very designery smelling type of fragrance. Closed eyes, I would not expect. This is a niche house. Very designery smelling type of fragrance, but it is enough complex and mass appealing. The best price for this one is right now 170 bucks for 120 ml. But you can go buy Legends from House of Montblanc, which is around maximum 30 bucks for 100 ml. Also, you can go buy Legends EDP 2020 release, but I suggest you go buy EDT. You can catch better similarities. By this one you can catch better performance, like 5 hours. By this one it is not, performance is not there, but similarities are better, I believe. So it is more appley compared to Percival. Definitely more appley, less that much of citruses are here available, and not that much woody. This one is more woody, more citrusy, less appley. This one is in the appley territory and less woody, I can say. Definitely winner is for me Percival, but if you don't want to spend 170-80 bucks for 120 ml, you can go buy 30 bucks by Mont Blanc Legend. You're gonna get like 3-4 hours performance out of this one. By this one I get 10 hours plus, which is a great time. Some says it is 7 hours. Definitely it is 10 hours plus type of fragrance with 2 hours of good projection. It is not a beast, but definitely not weak. It is good projection, very noticeable, and compliment monster, lady killer type of fragrance. In any case, except price, in this battle winner is Percival by Parfums de Marly. At number 2, the only designer fragrance on the list from House of Chanel, Chanel Allure Homme Sport. So scent of this fragrance is aquatic and citrusy, one of those game changer fragrances from House of Chanel. Here is another fragrance, let's put it here. Wow, definitely mandarini type of citrusy fragrance. Mandarin is very sour, crisp, and green kinda. It is not that much sweet type of mandarin note. It is aquatic and tongue-y a little bit at the dry down, slightly powdery. I know lots of friends that can't stand aquatic notes, but definitely they like this fragrance. They don't like cologne, aquatic CVD smelling aquatic notes, but definitely they love this fragrance. One of those successful aquatic fragrances out there. Price is around 110-20 bucks for 100 ml. This is 150 ml. You can go buy Versace Puro as a best alternative for this fragrance. There is definitely big similarities between these two fragrances and differences as well. For differences, I can say that mandarin orange note is here not available. We have instead bergamot, which is more crisp, airy, and fizzy compared to mandarin orange, and sourness is same. Aquatic note is doubled up here in a synthetic way, in a cologne way. So if you are not into aquatic fragrances, you're gonna enjoy Chanel better compared to this one. Somebody says that it's so much CBD or shelly. For me, it is not a shelly fragrance, but definitely more cologne and aquatic. And that's powdery dried on, that thick tongue-y dried on, which leans a little bit powdery, is not available here. This one is airy, clean, crisp, and aquatic. This one is thick, powdery, aquatic, and citrusy. But aquaticness is here little bit at the background. So in terms of complexity, winner is this one. In terms of price, compliments, performance, by a little difference. Performance not big time, by 1 hour more of longevity. Winner is for me Versace Puro. In this battle, I would like to say Chanel, but based on my experiences, I've gotten better ladies' reactions and compliments by Versace Puro. For me, winner is Versace Puro. At number 1, at the top of the list from House of Creed, Sir Creed Aventus. I'm 100% sure that you have smelled this fragrance at least one time, or you have few clones of this fragrance in your collection. Right now, prices for this one is around 300 bucks for 100 ml. You can sure find cheaper prices on discounters, but average price is around 300 bucks for 100 ml. The best similar fragrance that I can suggest you, the best similar and enough close fragrance to Creed Aventus without being clone or copy, is Mont Blanc Explorer. For those who don't know about Aventus, it has one of the best top notes in the history of perfumery for me. It is citrusy, it is crisp. At the dry down, it is smokier and woodier compared to the dry down. Depends on which batch you get. I don't want to go to that subject right now. And this one is smoky in the leathery and peppery way. Here we have as an additional note pepper, leather, and braxen. Smells more modern kinda compared to Aventus and more synthetic and designery, but you can catch definitely DNA of Aventus in this battle. In any case, winner is Aventus. Performance of this one is great, lasts longer compared to Aventus, but projection is not there, lasts 10-12 hours plus, with like 1 hour of average, below average projection. Newer batches of Aventus, this is 2017. Newer batches of Aventus is around 6 to 7 hours in terms of longevity, with first hour and a half projection as here. You can get definitely smell Aventus has that projection. So in this battle, winner is still Aventus. Don't forget, subscribe the channel. That was today's video. I hope it was useful. If you have any opinion, suggestion, question, let me know in the comments below. I will answer you. See you in another video.